Hello and welcome sports fans to this live video streaming event from Table Rock Sports Productions in partnership with our local high school districts and outstanding sponsors who make these live presentations possible. I'm Sean McPherson with Table Rock Sports, coming to you live from Corbin University in Salem, Oregon. Thank you for joining us today. Mike Strickland will be on camera today. Joe Brett, the executive producer. Welcome to the Lithia Superstore pregame show, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon, and featuring South Medford and Oregon City in this opening round of the Capital City Classic Tournament, winter break tournament here at Corbin University, boasting teams from around the state and out of the state. Here at Corbin, they all gather in the capital city, and it should be a great matchup between Oregon City and South Medford. South Medford comes into this one 2-2, while Oregon City comes in 3-2. South Medford currently number 11 in OSAA, the defending state runner-up, while Oregon City also had a good season last year. They're number 22 in OSAA. These two teams do have a common opponent in Clackamas, and both the games went the same. Clackamas defeated Oregon City 83-52, so a 31-point victory for the Cavaliers in that one. And in the rematch of the state championship from last season, Clackamas defeated South Medford 67-48, so a 19-point victory for Clackamas in that one. We're about to meet the starters for both these teams. Right before this, West Salem took down Sherwood. And so that was actually on the other side of the bracket. But the winner of this game will take on the winner of Silverton and Wilsonville, which actually should have gone final earlier today. But don't see the winner. Maybe we'll keep you posted on that. So starters currently being introduced for South Medford. Key note for tonight's game is that the best player on this South Medford team, number 3, Taylor Young, is out sick. So no Taylor Young in the lineup today, so the starters look like this. At number 5, the junior, Sarah Schmierbach. Number 10, Kim Saran, the senior. Number 11, Jordan Barlow gets the start, the sophomore. Number 12, Dylan Howell. And the post, Mayan Akpan, the 6'3" sophomore. Head coach for South Medford is Tom Cole in his 17th season. The assistant is Tiani Bradford for South Medford. Meanwhile, for Oregon City, out of the Three Rivers League, again 3-2 on the season, number 22 in OSAA. The starters look like this. Number 1, the 5'4" senior guard, Megan Craig. Leading scorer last year, second leading scorer rather. Kaylee Weiss is also in the backcourt, the 5'5" junior guard. Molly Miller gets the start, the 5'6" senior guard. Samara Lugo, the 5'9" senior guard, gets the start. And finally, Daisy Bowling-Schmidt, the 6' senior post, rounds out the starting lineup for Oregon City. Head coach for the Pioneers is Tiffany Traver. The assistants, Jess Barkus and Marshall Brewer. Table Rock Sports is excited to be partnering with Rogue Credit Union for the 3-Point Club. Rogue Credit Union will donate $3 for every Black Tornado and Panther 3-point shot made. Proceeds go to the school's athletic departments. So we're all set for action. South Medford wearing their blue jerseys with black numbers, while Oregon City is wearing their white jerseys with red numbers. Tip-off time around 9:15 p.m., but it's winter break, so no school for these student-athletes. But a late-night tip here at Corbin University, and we are off. Ball in the hands of Sarah Schmierbach. And now up top with Dylan Howell. Trying to use a screen. Schmierbach in the corner. Now back to Schmierbach, and can't get that one to fall. Collected by Oregon City, and here comes the Pioneers. Weiss on the left wing now. It is number 5 with the ball. Rather, 15 had the ball. That's Molly Miller, and Oregon City turned it over. So full court press look. A little bit of a trap from Oregon City. And a foul. Too aggressive. Reaching in was Kaylee Weiss for the Pioneers. Nice out of bounds play as the ball reaches the hands of Kim Saran, but she dropped the pass and it fell out of bounds. So another turnover for South Medford. And here's South Medford applying some full court pressure, man-to-man. South Medford last season created so many turnovers. They averaged so many steals per game. They're looking to duplicate that this season. Of course, without Donovan Hunter, if the ball goes out of bounds, it'll be underneath for South Medford. But no Donovan Hunter this year. She graduated. She's now playing for the Beavers of Oregon State as the inbounds pass. First basket of the day is good. That's Dylan Howell. Graduate Donovan Hunter from that state runner-up team, but bring back what head coach Tom Cole calls the most talented class. And that's the group of sophomores right now that he's had his entire time at South Medford, 17 seasons. But one of those players, Taylor Young, is not out there tonight. She's sick. Rebound. And a kick out. 3 no good from Okpan. Rather, that was Howell who launched it up. Back on Oregon City's side. Here's Miller, blocked. Now here comes South Medford racing across. Nearly a travel. Good ball movement, but the ball sails too far out of bounds, and a sloppy start to this game. 2-0, South Medford. 6:14 left to go in the first period. Sloppy starts expected when both teams are applying that full court pressure, trying to create turnovers. Nice pump fake by Miller. She didn't shoot it. Now the ball is stolen. Off to the races. Here comes Saran. Saran, the dump off. Left side. That's a layup. Basket made by Howell, and she's got 4 points. 4-0 South Medford. And the first sub of the game comes in. That's number 0, Elise Richardson. Richardson checks in for Barlow. Caitlin Carnes checks in for Oregon City. Replacing Lugo. Now it's South Bedford's ball underneath. Corner 3, too far for Schmierback, and the ball is tipped out of bounds. It'll be Oregon City ball. But South Medford unrelenting with this full court pressure. Man to man. And then the trap comes. But off to the races now is Carnes. Here's Craig going left, kicking to the corner. Weiss takes it herself and is blocked. It'll stay with the Pioneers. Here's Miller. Backdoor cut might have been there for Craig. Instead, now with Bowling Schmidt. Gets all the way to the cup and finishes. First points of the day for Oregon City. And now a trap. South Medford gets it across the timeline. Good ball movement all the way to Saran, who finishes. And both these teams want to do the exact same thing. They want to pressure you. They want a full court press. They play the exact same style. Should make for an interesting matchup. That's a 5-second violation called against Caitlin Carnes. Held the ball for too long. Now Samara Lugo checks in for Kaylee Weiss. It is 6-2, South Medford with 4:44 left to go in the first quarter. Swing pass across. Howell over to Schmierbach. Schmierbach, offensive foul. She pushed off. Ball tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Oregon City. And Oregon City throws it away. Back with South Medford, creating turnovers just like they like to do. Down low, Okpan, and she finishes at the glass. First points of the day for Okpan. That's a foul. Foul goes against Elise Richardson. 4:04 left to go in the first quarter. Carnes kicks it out to Miller. Tight defense by South Medford, and there's another foul call. So that's the fourth team foul against South Medford. So they do lead 8-2. But the one downside for South Medford so far tonight is 4 team fouls in the first about 4 minutes of this game. They're being a little bit too aggressive, and eventually it's going to catch up, result in free throws for Oregon City down the line in this half. Tight defense continues. Good pass down low. Bowling Schmidt unable to put it in. Offensive rebound. And another foul goes against South Medford. Carnes hustled in and grabbed the offensive rebound and was fouled. And she will go to the line for 2. Goes against Okpan, her first. 5 team fouls against South Medford. Weiss checks back in for Craig. And 2 for 2 at the line for Carnes. Makes it 8-4. Pass goes all the way to the corner, and the layup was missed. That was Barlow unable to finish. Back the other way in the corner. Now up top with Miller. Good ball movement by the Pioneers. Pass was tipped and stolen. 2-on-2 fast break. Ball swung around, and now South Medford will get into their offense. Talani steps into an open 3 and swishes it. Well, 11-4. Ball out of bounds. Will stay with Oregon City. Checking in for the first time for Oregon City is Kaylee Sampson. Ball goes in the Carnes. All the way across to Miller. Tight defense by South Medford. And throwing it away with Sampson. Off to the races is South Medford. Schmierbach throws it off the head of Lugo, and a scrap for the ball. It's going to go to Oregon City. 11-4, 2:20 left to go in the first quarter. Opening round of the Capital City Classic, South Medford and Oregon City. Miller steps into a three, won't go. Good rebound by Saran, and here comes Saran. Going coast to coast, Saran goes up and is fouled. Second team foul against Oregon City. Goes against Lugo. Fans, it's time to tune in to the new sports voice in Southern Oregon, the Ace Sports Radio, AM 1300, FM 107.9, featuring the V's in network, the Rich Eisen Show, live NFL games, and local and regional programming ahead. The Ace Sports Radio. First free throw went for Saran. And 1 for 2, but offensive rebound for the Panthers. Good hustle by Bullock, new into the game. Pass to Bullock, and Bullock is rewarded for that hustle with a deuce. 14-4. Great pass on that play by Barlow. Left corner. That's Craig. Double team comes back to Craig. She'll launch a three. And in and out. Offensive rebound once more for Carnes. Back to Craig. Right corner. Triple team comes. And the extra pass is good for a three. Samara Lugo gets it to fall. It's 14-7. Selfless play by Megan Craig there. Just over a minute left to go in the first quarter. Howell will put it up, unable to get it to fall, and back into the hands of Oregon City. Pioneers will take their time here. 45 seconds left to go. Craig down low, Lugo. Quick passing from the Pioneers. Another three, no good from Weiss. Off to the races now is Howell. Give and go, Howell stumbles. No foul called. Here comes Carnes. 25 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Carnes looking for some room, puts it up. Air ball and offensive rebound by Bowling Schmidt, who was fouled for the sixth team foul of the quarter. On the ground. No, they say shooting foul. First free throw won't go. New into the game for the Pioneers is Reese Wygant. 1 for 2 at the line for Bowling Schmidt. Makes it 14-8. 20 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Panthers lead by 6. Bullock, the pass back to Howell. Can't get the jump shot to fall. Now Bullock, a long shot from the right corner, no good. And it's tipped out of bounds for the end of the quarter. So after one quarter, it is South Medford 14 and Oregon City 8. Right here on the Table Rock Sports.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
Welcome back to Corbin University, the site of the Capital City Classic. Opening round matchup between Oregon City and South Medford. Late night here in Salem, Oregon. Nice block by the Panthers, and back they come, but it's taken back away by Weiss. Now here comes the Pioneers. A fast-paced matchup so far, and South Medford leads 14-8. Good crossover move by Craig, and a finish by Craig. Second leading scorer on the team last year. Beautiful pass on the cut by Sarah Schmierbach, and now a timeout is taken by Tom Cole. Tom Cole wants to talk things over. It's been a little bit sloppy, but that's to be expected with both these teams running these full court presses and full court traps and trying to kind of muck it up for the other team. Both these teams play with that exact style, and so when you get that, you're going to get a little bit of chaos on the court, and that's what we're seeing so far. Solar Pros and owner Mason Mahaffey invite you to learn how you can save thousands on solar panels installation for your home. Visit Solar Pros Facebook page to learn more. Search Facebook Solar Pros Pacific Northwest. We're back underway. 7:18 left to go in the first half. Racing up the floor is Weiss. Pioneers trail by 6 against the defending state runner-up, South Medford Panthers. Shot won't go for Miller, but she collects her own offensive rebound. Now Miller will launch a 3. That one's off the front rim. And keeping it alive was Weiss. South Medford started the fast break, but a foul is called against the Pioneers, allowing them to set their defense. Looks like a zone look for Oregon City. South Medford trying to figure out the zone, but a takeaway. Ball's stolen by Craig. Now here comes Craig all the way to the basket. Kick it out to Lugo. Lugo attacks. Up with the left hand. A foul is called pretty late. But Lugo will head to the line for 2. Foul called against Dylan Howell. That's her second foul. The fouls did reset from the first quarter. Got up to 5 fouls for South Medford, and I guess they reset every quarter. So that was the first team foul of the second quarter for South. Lugo misses the first free throw. And misses the second, and good hustle play by Weiss, and that's Oregon City ball. Knocking it out of bounds, but it was last touched by Okpan. Miller working against Richardson. Richardson took it away. Back the other way, Saran goes up from the left side, and it falls in. Now a foul called against South Medford. They nearly had a takeaway. Oregon City will take it out, but you better believe that South Medford will be breathing down their neck once more. It's just the style of play for this Panthers squad. That's what got them all the way to 27-3 last season and a date in the state championship against Clackamas, and they fell just short. And that's another foul called. Foul called against Malia Talani. It was nearly a takeaway. So the ball went out of bounds off of Oregon City, but they say Talani got her hand in there. 6 minutes left to go in the first half as the ball is thrown away by Oregon City. Another turnover for the Pioneers. Schmierbach over to Richardson. Ball was deflected. Richardson claims it back. Now all the way to the corner. Tailani, she'll try a three. That's long, and a foul is called. Is it a shooting foul? Goes against Lugo, and it's going to be ball underneath for South Medford. A couple of subs come in for each side. Carnes for Oregon City, and Jordan Barlow checks back in for South Medford with 5:39 left to go in the first half. Saran on the left wing feeds Okpan. Okpan goes up, no good. Now here comes Oregon City racing in transition. Carnes collects. Lugo. And ball tipped out of bounds. Pioneers ball. So Keely Weiss has it up top. There's Bowling Schmidt. And a tie up, and they call a jump ball. And that is a turnover. South Medford basketball. Good play by Okpan to get two hands on that basketball and try to rip it away. Saran's pass is tipped out of bounds. 5 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Barlow has it taken away by Carnes. Oregon City wants to race. Right side, a three-point for Craig, no good. Lugo tiptoeing on the baseline, and a three in the key is called. Another turnover by Oregon City. Those have been costly so far for the Pioneers, who have just 10 points. Down by 8. Okpan takes it on the high post and is fouled. Ball goes down low to Okpan, or rather Saran puts it in. Saran up to 7 points. That leads all scorers, and that's a double dribble. Another turnover by the Pioneers. I'm not keeping track myself, but it's been a lot of turnovers. It's been the story of this game so far, and it often is the story of the game when you're playing South Medford, the style they play. They muck up the game so much for their opponent. It's what they do so well. As Saran gets fouled, and she's heading to the line for two. Before or after the game is a great time to visit Dutch Bros and enjoy your favorite beverage. Dutch Love Day is coming in February, where $1 from every drink is donated back to local organizations. So that was the third foul against Lugo, so she'll check out. And coming in is Kaden Grimmer for the first time. Free throw was good from Saran, now up to 8 points. Saran misses the second, but gets her own rebound. Pick and roll. Bullock goes up, and she is fouled. Foul called against Megan Craig. And Janiah Bullock, the senior, heads to line for another pair of free throws. One for two for Bullock. Can Oregon City get some offense going? It's been a while since they've scored. Craig thought about the three. Extra pass to Carnes, who launches a three. No good. Rebound Bullock. Had it stripped away into the hands of Schmierbach. Here comes Schmierbach. Fake the pass, go up, and fouled on the way up. So Sarah Schmierbach will head to the line for 2 free throws. Much slower pace of play to the second quarter than the first quarter, which flew by. That's 5 team fouls against Oregon City already this quarter. As Schmierbach hits the second, but not the first. 23-10. Oregon City struggling offensively. A lot of turnovers. Another one there. Talani has it stolen and collected by Carnes. Double team comes. Carnes looking to escape. Gets it across the timeline. There's a three. No good from Grimmer. And South Medford back the other way now, with 3 minutes left to go in the quarter. Schmierbach sets into a long two. No good. Bullock trying to hustle for the rebound, and they call it over the back against Janiah Bullock. Carnes races across the timeline. And that pass is taken away. Bad pass by Grimmer. Here comes South Medford. Saran, the leading scorer, lost it on her way up, and they say blocked out of bounds. Stays with South. Back into the game now for South Medford is Okpan, and newly into the game is Danica Ostvik, with 2:37 left to go in the second quarter. Okpan misses the first layup and gets it back for the easy deuce, and now Oregon City wants to talk things over. Down by 15. South Medford on quite the run here. A long scoring drought for the Pioneers. And head coach Tiffany Traver wants to gather her group before this gets more and more out of hand. Today's game is brought to you by Tap Rock Northwest Bar and Grill in Grants Pass, Elmer's Restaurants of Medford, and the Southern Oregon Sports Commission Know Your Role campaign, promoting respectful behavior at youth sporting events. .229 left to go in the second quarter. Leading scores so far, it's been pretty balanced for South Medford, but Kim Saran leads the way with 8 points, followed by Dylan Howell with 4 points. Meanwhile, for Oregon City, it is Daisy Bowling-Schmidt with 3 points. Schmierbach, the crossover, and another foul on her way up. 2 more free throws coming for Sarah Schmierbach. First free throw goes. And the second free throw goes for Schmierbach. She's up to 5 points now. South Medford's backed off their press a little bit. Now seeming to go man-to-man. Roaming the baseline and getting an easy shot is Wygant, unable to get it to fall. Ostvik. Now Schmierbach, right wing, attacks and gets it to fall and one for Sarah Schmierbach. Sarah Schmierbach looks to finish off the three-point play. And she cannot. She misses the free throw. Fight for the ball. And now Carnes launches it forward. And now ball's back into the hands of Oregon City. Craig will try a three from the corner. No good. Handled by Bullock. Minute 15 left to go in the first half. Schmierbach once more, and she gets fouled once again. Every time Schmierbach attacks, she is getting fouled. And she is living at the free throw line right now. Oregon City well over 5 team fouls. They're only showing 5 on the scoreboard, but I'd have to imagine it's 9 or 10 at this point in the second quarter. First free throw falls. So it's Kim Saran and Sarah Schmierbach each have 8 points to lead the Panthers, who now lead by 20 points. 1 for 2 at the line. Fight for the rebound. It goes out of bounds. They say off of South Medford. Oregon City ball. Good hustle there by Okpan. Minute 11 left to go in the first half. Pioneers swinging it around. Nice pass, Bowling Schmidt over to Miller, who drains the three. First points of the day for Molly Miller, last season's leading scorer. It's now 30-13, 30 seconds left to go in the first half. Bullock collects the pass. Good ball movement, tipped out of bounds, and last off Okpan. So Oregon City might have the last shot here with 19.7 left to go in the first half. Looking for any momentum they can get. Currently down by 17. Has not been a good quarter for the Pioneers. Just scored for the first time this quarter on that Miller three. And Miller will try another three. This one's short. Rebound Okpan, and South Medford has numbers. Ball launched forward to Bullock, turned over, and that's it for the half. At the half, South Medford 30, Oregon City 13. A lot of turnovers for Oregon City, and just a brutal quarter for the Pioneers. Only 3 points in that second quarter, and they currently trail by 17 to the defending state runner-up. As we step aside here at Corbin University on the Table Rock Sports Network.
Brands at the best prices at Academy Sports and Outdoors, you'll always find more fun. More of this and this, and more of this and this, so you can do more of that, and that, and that, and definitely some of that. while getting together for more of that, and that. Yes! Have more fun with great brands at the best prices, only at Academy Sports and Outdoors.
This presentation of the NFHS Network is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
I ride the bus to get to work. My family and I just moved here, and my wife and kids use the car right now. Being able to ride the bus has been huge for us. All right, first day at the new job. Here we go.
I ride the bus because I don't really like to drive anymore. I can take it to the store without needing to ask for help. It also takes me to my kids' house.
What's stopping you from learning new things or restoring old ones? How about building a business, going exploring, or starting a new chapter? Wherever you're trying to go, we can help you get there. On Point. People are the point.
Your business is going to have technical problems. There's no question about it. Pacific Office Automation is your guide because problem solving is our passion. Every business is unique, no matter how big or how small the problem. From copiers and printers, telephone systems, managed IT, print services, and more, we offer integrated, streamlined office solutions to keep your office humming. With Pacific Office Automation, it's problem solved. Visit pacificoffice.com today to find out more.
Are you an honorably discharged U.S. veteran? If so, did you know that you and your spouse could save approximately $5,000 by taking advantage of using a VA National Cemetery? You and your spouse get a grave or urn space, grave lining, opening and closing, headstone, and perpetual care, all free. Conger Morris can assist you with making all final arrangements and also help with other benefits that you and your spouse are entitled to as a veteran. Call Conger Morris or visit one of the offices.
What do you do when a loved one has been wrongfully injured or killed? It's simple. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
Pick it up. Let's go. Come on. Defense. Defense. What am I teaching you at home? Has this kid played before? Shoot it. Oh. Ah. Come on, ref. Open your eyes. Can't you see out there? So, which one's your kid?
The referee.
You can be a parent, athlete, coach, or an official, but you can only be one. Know your role.
Dear Detour, you asked us to measure up. So yeah, we did. When life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong. Toyota Trucks.
Toyota. Let's go places.
adventures this summer starts at Pinnacle 365. Accelerate your day with morning motivation, freshly ground, swiftly brewed. Add some extra crunch to your lunch with our mouth-watering crispy crunchy chicken, the perfect combination of crispy juicy chicken and irresistible flavors. Earn free rewards and save at least 16 cents a gallon with our Peak Rewards app. Get supercharged and add to your fuel savings when you purchase Core Water, Nestle ice cream, and Red Bull. This summer, let's meet at the Peak and save on our daily adventures.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Dear Detour, you asked us to measure up. So yeah, we did. When life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong. Toyota Trucks.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
There's a time machine that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
What's stopping you from learning new things or restoring old ones? How about building a business, going exploring, or starting a new chapter? Wherever you're trying to go, we can help you get there. On Point. People are the point.
Your business is going to have technical problems. There's no question about it. Pacific Office Automation is your guide because problem solving is our passion. Every business is unique, no matter how big or how small the problem. From copiers and printers, telephone systems, managed IT, print services, and more, we offer integrated, streamlined office solutions to keep your office humming. With Pacific Office Automation, it's problem solved. Visit pacificoffice.com today to find out more.
Welcome back to Corbin University and Table Rock Sports for this opening round matchup late at night here between Oregon City and South Medford. It's been all South Medford here in this one. The Panthers leading 30-13 as we get set for the start of the second half. South Medford being led by Sarah Schmierbach and Kim Saran with 8 points each. And the Panthers are without arguably their best player, Taylor Young, who's out sick tonight. So impressive what they're doing against Oregon City, who is currently number 22 in the OSAA, as we're back underway. See what kind of adjustments Oregon City can make. They scored just 3 points in the second quarter. Really struggling offensively, really struggling with turnovers against the blitz that South Medford brings. Ball's constantly double teamed. It's poked away by South Medford. Back the other way. Push from behind on the layup attempt. Shot wouldn't fall, but heading to the line for 2 free throws is Jordan Barlow. It was a nightmarish second quarter for Oregon City. Not only the turnovers and just 3 points, but it felt like every single possession South Medford was getting fouled and shooting free throws. And if South Medford can avoid, if they could be more efficient from the free throw line, it might be 40-13 right now. There was a lot of team fouls against Oregon City in that second quarter. 0 for 2 at the line for Barlow. Ball in the hands of Weiss. Miller down low. Bowling Schmidt. Cross court to Craig. And another turnover. 2 turnovers out of the gates for Oregon City. And the Pioneers have stepped off the full court press that they were showing in the first half. Okpan, the feed down low. Ball tipped around and fumbled out of bounds. Turnover by South Medford. South Medford showing a man-to-man full court press. Here's Bowling Schmidt, gets Okpan up in the air, finds an open player for a 3. That is Craig, long on the 3. Now Saran, bounce pass over to Barlow. It's tipped out of bounds. Will stay with South Medford. Okpan receives the inbounds pass, nearly fumbled it, got it back, and put it up for the deuce. 32-13. Weiss gets it across. Bowling Schmidt over to Miller. Left corner 3, and that's good. Molly Miller with another 3, her second of the day. And if I'm Oregon City, just getting more shots up, even if it's not the best look. There's been so many turnovers before a shot's been taken for the Pioneers. So I think they need to just start shooting the ball more, even if it's not the perfect look, because the more they pass, the more likely it is the ball's going to be turned over. The more they dribble, even more likely it is it's going to be a steal. Bowling Schmidt blocked. It'll stay with the Pioneers. With 5:28 left to go in the third quarter. Weiss over to Miller. Bowling Schmidt, pump fake, and draws the foul. So maybe that's part of the strategy too, to get it down low to the post players more often and try to get some easy points at the free throw line, just like South Medford's doing on the offensive side. First free throw short. Spring sports action is brought to you by our title sponsor, Lithia Superstore Jeep Dodge Chrysler, where it's wrap up the year time for deals. And our presenting sponsor is Siskiyou Cellular of Southern Oregon, now with 9 locations in Southern Oregon to serve you. 1 for 2 at the line for Bowling Schmidt. 4 points for Daisy Bowling Schmidt now. Pioneers trail by 15. Howell, bounce pass down low. Okpan fumbles the ball, stumbles, and throws it out of bounds. So here's a tiny bit of momentum here for the Oregon City Pioneers. Miller picks up the dribble. Pass was deflected. Now up top with Molly Miller. Double team comes in the corner. Miller gets rid of it. Bowling Schmidt back to Miller. Nope, a foul was called before that pass was made. The second team foul against the Panthers this quarter. Called against Schmierbach, her first. Pass tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Pioneers. Oregon City lost at Jesuit 55-36 to open the season. They bounced back against Barlow, who was in the semifinals last year. South Medford defeated Barlow in the semifinals last year, but Oregon City beat them in the second game of the season 60-50. And then they won at North Medford 69-36 and defeated Sherwood 61-30. So a 3-game winning streak before playing Clackamas, the defending state champion, who is stacked. Clackamas, best team in the state. They lost to them 83-52. Meanwhile, South Medford lost to Clackamas 67-48. As that three is good for Molly Miller. 9 points. Now leading all scorers is Molly Miller. Pioneers back within 12. Ball tipped and a steal by Bowling Schmidt. Could this be the push the Pioneers need? Miller. And that ball's tangled up, but that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's a turnover against Oregon City. I thought Molly Miller, who is on fire so far this half, had another good look at a three. And if I'm the head coach for Oregon City, I'm saying you got to shoot that, because you didn't shoot that, and we turned it over a couple seconds later. So I think Oregon City's got to be more aggressive with getting some shots up, especially when it's your best shooter in Molly Miller. Back with South Medford. Schmierbach gets rid of it. Now Howell launches a three. Doesn't hit the rim. Okpan offensive rebound. Put back no good. And here comes Carnes racing across the timeline. 3:10 left to go in the third. Open player is Lugo. No good. Bowling Schmidt. Did she drag that pivot foot? No. She got fouled. 2 free throws coming up for Daisy Bowling Schmidt. Second personal foul against Okpan. Much better quarter here for the Pioneers so far, as Bowling Schmidt in and out on that first free throw. Kaylee Weiss checks in. Samara Lugo checks out for the Pioneers. And the second free throw is good. 5 points now for Daisy Bowling Schmidt. It's an 11-point deficit for the Oregon City Pioneers. Pass is tipped, another takeaway. Here comes Craig. Eyes up, goes right towards Okpan and puts it up and in. Single digits now. 4 points for Craig. Another steal. Miller with some daylight. Stops, kicks it back out. Carnes gets her defender up in the air. Floater won't fall. And now Carnes tries to get the ball back. That's a 50-50 ball, but a foul is called against Craig. Oh, if only Carnes could have made that floater, that would have been Another big part of this comeback. But instead it remains 32-23. And South Medford ball on the side. 2:19 left to go in the third quarter. Schmierbach guarded tightly by Craig. Oregon City trying to do what South Medford does, and that's get all under your skin, even if it means some fouls like the one they just picked up. But it's working. They've been stealing the ball nearly every possession. Right wing, Schmierbach picks up her dribble. Down low, Okpan. Bit of a mismatch, and that ball is around and out. A foul is called against Saran on the offensive rebound attempt. There's an over-the-back call with 1:48 left to go in the quarter. And now it's free throws for Oregon City as they've reached the bonus. 5 team fouls against South Medford. First free throw no good for Miller. A great quarter so far for Oregon City. They were down big at halftime. Now down by just 8 points. The Pioneers have some life. Schmierbach looking for somewhere to go. Howell. High post Okpan. Craig trying to sneak up from behind and steal it. Loses her defender, which leaves Schmierbach wide open for a three. Won't go. Now the ball goes to Craig, but it's tipped away by Saran, who hustles out of bounds. Saran was chasing for that basketball, and she was out of bounds when she touched it. It'll be Oregon City's ball. 1:23 left to go in the third quarter. Some late night hoops. It's 10:15 here. And we're just in the third quarter. Kaylee Weiss hands it off Miller. Thought about the three. Instead, gets a good look. And puts it up and in. 32-26. Big run here for the Pioneers. Trailing by just 6. Howell threw it away. Oregon City may have numbers. They slow it down. Miller gets the handoff. Now hands it over to Wygant. Lugo blocked. Out of bounds, will stay underneath. 44 ticks left in the quarter. Miller gets a good look for three, and just far on the three-point attempt, just long, I should say. And a foul is called on the offensive rebound attempt as the Pioneers were scrapping for the ball. That was a great look for Molly Miller, and she's been draining those this quarter. That one was just a little bit too strong. 36 seconds left to go in the quarter. South Medford leads by 6. And another turnover by the Panthers. Some frustration over on the bench for head coach Tom Cole, as this has been a quarter to forget for South Medford. Trailing by over 20 at halftime, and now it's 32-26. Carnes lost it. Racing down the floor, Saran lays it up and in. 34-26. 5 seconds, 3 seconds, got to get it up. Carnes gets it up, and it's short. So the score at the end of 3, South Medford 34, Oregon City 26. And a game that looked out of reach at halftime is now setting up for an exciting fourth quarter as South Medford leads by 8 points here on Table Rock Sports.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
Well, it was 32-13 at halftime, and South Medford was in control, but just a 2-point quarter for the South Medford Panthers, and now it's 34-26. Oregon City has some life heading into this fourth quarter, but that three-point attempt by Craig is short. Saran with the ball up top. Kick it back over to Okpan. Aggressive, tight defense by Oregon City. That ball nearly fell out of bounds, and instead Howell collects it and floats it in. 10-point lead now for South Medford. 6 points for Howell. 3 taken by Miller, no good. Okpan collects the rebound. Off to the races now is Schmierbach. Bounce pass Howell. That's an open 3 for Richardson. Won't fall. Offensive rebound by Richardson. Schmierbach, pick and roll with Saran. Thought she got fouled. Was too strong on the layup attempt. A jump ball will keep possession with South Medford. Ball tipped out of bounds off Oregon City. .640 left to go in this one. South Medford with a 10-point lead. Without Taylor Young, their best player tonight. She's out with sickness. And that three-pointer's good from Dylan Howell. Saw her shooting around at halftime. She was making everything just during shoot-around at halftime, and now it replicates to the real deal, as that's a foul called against the Panthers. Goes against Howell. Foul is called against Daisy Bowling-Schmidt. Free throw's good. And the second free throw is good. Daisy Bowling-Schmidt now up to 7 points, and feels like it's now or never for Oregon City. Down by 11 with 6 minutes left. Schmierbach all the way to the hole. Wide open path. And the easy layup. 41-28. Bowling-Schmidt working against Okpan. And it's poked away by Saran. But then Okpan throws it right back to Oregon City. Here's Molly Miller. Handoff to Craig. Back to Miller. Thought about the three. Now working to the right side. Gets a good look at the basket. Throws it up. No good. And tipped out of bounds to Oregon City with 5:18 left to go in the quarter. Okpan fell. It left a wide open Bowling-Schmidt. They're unable to take advantage. Now Saran with a wide open layup back on the other side. Timeout taken by South Medford. 5:10 left to go in the ballgame. Tom Cole wants to talk some things over as South Medford getting closer and closer to an opening round victory in the Capital City Classic. And they will take on the winner of Silverton in Wilsonville if this result stands. For almost 50 years, Bill's Glass has been the clear choice in Southern Oregon for your home, vehicle, or business needs. Locally owned and family run, Bill's Glass supports our schools and communities. Today's game is brought to you in part by Avista Utilities and our friends from Pinnacle 365. Use your peak rewards to save on gas and use the app to order crispy, crunchy chicken and sides on the way home and have them ready to pick up and go. Pinnacle 365. 43-28, 5:10 left to go in this one. South Medford looking to put the finishing touches on a win without Taylor Young tonight in the opening round of the Capital City Classic. There's a steal, and Saran missed the layup but was fouled hard on the offensive rebound. Carnes came crashing in and knocked over Saran. Foul's called on the floor. It's actually Weiss. It's her fourth foul, and now she'll step out. Saran takes the feed off the inbounds, no good. Now Saran tries a wide open three, and that's money. 18-point lead for South Medford. It was a bad third quarter. But South Medford back to the basics here in the fourth. They've extended their lead back to what it was in the first half. Carnes attacks, floats, no good. Offensive rebound by Lugo. Looking for somewhere to go with it. She goes up and it won't fall. 4:15 left to go. Schmierbach crossover, too strong. Back out Saran, another three. That's time it won't fall. Offensive rebound for Anderson, and now back to Saran. She goes up and is fouled. 12 points now for Kim Saran. As Reese Wygant checks back in for the Pioneers. Saran's too strong on the second free throw. Offensive rebound by Barlow. Beautiful ball movement. Schmierbach wide open under the basket. Puts it up, no good. Scrap for the ball. And Saran touched the ball while she was out of bounds. So Oregon City ball down by 19 points, 3:48 left to go. The full court press continues for the Panthers. Turnover. Schmierbach passes it over to Peyton Anderson. South Medford content with milking some clock here as Schmierbach goes baseline and puts it up and in. 49-28. .310 left to go as Carnes has it. Wygant cuts and has it poked out of bounds. Stay with the Pioneers. Saran attacks and one. Kim Saran putting the finishing touches on a great individual performance. Make that 14 points now for Kim Saran, and she goes to the line for 15. Offensive rebound by Barlow. Barlow handles it. And that ball is thrown away by Bullock. Wygant blocked by Saran. Chase for the ball. And still with Oregon City. Craig in the corner, now to Miller on the left wing. 2:15 left to go in this one. Carnes takes the pass, fires a three, no good. Gets her own rebound, floats it up and in. Four points for Carnes. 1:50 left to go. Saran on the left corner. Barlow nearly had it taken away. Bullock cuts towards the basket and slips, and the ball falls out of bounds. Open look at three for Craig. Long. Rebound for Anderson. Pushing the pace. Osvik, no good on the lefty floater. Ball tipped out of bounds off Oregon City with 1:07 left to go. This one all but over. South Medford will advance in this tournament and advance to 3-2 on the season. Talani attacks and gets fouled. First free throw goes for Talani. One minute left as both free throws fall for Malia Talani. Push foul called against the Panthers. Nice play to free up space for Carnes, who cashes in a three. 7 points for Caitlin Carnes. 30 seconds left. Ball out of bounds. Turnover by the Panthers. Ball is thrown away, and Talani may have been fouled, no call. And now there's 10 seconds left. Oregon City racing back the other way. Carnes steps into a floater. She had the layup. She stopped a little early, missed the shot, and was fouled with 3.2 seconds left. And the basket's good. And that will do it. Final score, 53-38. South Medford advances to 3-2 on the season, and they advance in this tournament to take on Silverton. So South Medford will take on Silverton tomorrow night at 7 p.m., while Oregon City will take on Wilsonville at 1 p.m. tomorrow, right here at Corbin. Stay with us for the Southern Oregon Sports Commission's Know Your Role postgame show, which comes your way next. Visit travelmedford.org and search Know Your Role to see how this campaign is changing the culture of youth sports for the better. We'll recap scoring and look at key stats, all coming up on the Southern Oregon Sports Commission's Know Your Role postgame show, where we make sports fun again.
Brands at the best prices at Academy Sports and Outdoors, you'll always find more fun. More of this and this, and more of this and this. So you can do more of that, and that, and that, and definitely some of that, while getting together for more of that, and that. Yes! Have more fun with great brands at the best prices, only at Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Welcome to the Know Your Role postgame show. Final score here at Corbin University on a late-night matchup between Oregon City and South Medford. South Medford takes the win 53-35. South was without arguably their best player in Taylor Young, who's out sick. But other players stepped up for South Medford, and they did what they always do defensively, creating turnovers and wreaking havoc on their opponents. They forced a lot of turnovers, got a lot of steals tonight, and got a lot of easy baskets like South Medford likes to play. But leading the way tonight for South was Kim Saran with 14 points. Dylan Howell added 9 points, and Sarah Schmierbach had 8 points. Also for South, Malia Talani had 5 points. Janiyah Bullock with 3, and Mayan Okpan with 2 points. And that was the scoring for South Medford in the 53-35 victory over Oregon City, who falls to 3-3 on the season. Leading the way for the Pioneers was Molly Miller with 9. Daisy Bowling-Schmidt had 7, as did Caitlin Carnes. Megan Craig had 4 points. And for Oregon City, they were down big at halftime. 32-13 was the halftime score. They had a brutal second quarter where they only scored 3 points, but then it was the brutal third quarter for South Medford, where South couldn't even shoot the ball. They were turning the ball over every single time, and they only scored 2 points in that third quarter, did South Medford. And so Oregon City came storming back. I believe it was an 8-point game going into the fourth quarter. The Pioneers had some life, but then South Medford turned it around. They got back to what they do, and they ran away with this game. 53-35, your final score here at Corbin. And another win for South Medford. They improve to 3-2 on the season. That is going to do it for our matchup tonight. The final score on the John L. Scott scoreboard, Oregon City 35, South Medford 53. This has been a presentation of TableRockSports.net. Our executive producer is Joe Brett. With Mike Strickland on camera tonight, I've been Sean McPherson. Saying thanks for watching, and a good night from Corbin University in Salem, Oregon, as South Medford takes the win.